Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome. Last week, we looked at crow wisdom, and so this week I would actually like to share with you a beautiful legend that comes from the Native American tradition. It is actually from the Lenni Lenapi tribe, whose traditional territory spanned what is now eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, lower New York, and eastern Delaware. It is a story which really illustrates the community oriented, family, and caring side of Crow, and I really love it. I hope you like it as much as I do. And so it goes. Rainbow Crow. Long, long, and even longer ago, Earth was a warm, green, and welcoming place. But one day, Kijiamu Kaung, the creator who creates by thinking what will be, thought of cold, and Snow Spirit began to roam Earth, spitting out ice, sleet, and snow. Soon the animals were shivering and freezing. Some became buried in their caves, burrows, and dens. Wise Owl called the animals together and said, "One of us must travel to the great beyond, the great mystery beyond, and ask Kijiamukaung to please unthink Snow Spirit, or we will all surely die." They all realized that Wise Owl could not go, as Owl can only see in the night, and would be blinded by the radiance of Kijiamukaung. And Turtle, who is so steady and dependable, is way too slow. The animals cried, "We'd freeze to death long before Turtle even arrived." Coyote claimed that he could devise a great plan to convince Kijiamukaung to unthink Snow Spirit and its freezing cold. The animals responded, "Coyote, you are very smart, but so full of tricks. Kijiamukaung cannot be deceived by one such as you." "Who can succeed? Who, oh who?" hooted Owl. Now Rainbow Crow spread her feathers and stepped forward. Rainbow Crow was the most beautiful bird of all, with feathers that shimmered like a rainbow and a song that rang out the sweetest of all bird song. She said, "I will go. You can all count on me." And so she set out at once. Rainbow Crow flew up and up and on and on and up for 3 long days. She passed beyond the clouds and sky. She passed beyond moon, sun, and stars. Exhausted and with no place to rest, she continued on until she finally reached the great mystery beyond, the holy abode of Kijiamu Kaong. She called out to Kijiamu Kaong for help, once and then a second time. But Creator was too deep into thinking what will be into being to notice Rainbow Crow's cry for help. So Rainbow Crow paused and gathered all the beauty she had within her to sing her most beautiful song ever. Now this caught the attention of Creator, who turned an eye to find who was making this beautiful song. Creator soon located Rainbow Crow and remembered having thought her into being. "What a beautiful song you have sung for me! What gift can I offer you to express my gratitude for your song?" "Oh, great Kijiamukong, the only gift I want is for you to unthink Snow Spirit. Earth has become too cold and covered with snow since Snow Spirit's arrival. All of us animals will soon freeze to death." "Oh, but my dear friend, that is impossible," answered Creator. "Once I have thought something into being, I cannot unthink it. Snow and ice have spirits of their own, which I will not destroy." Oh, beautiful Rainbow Crow sadly bowed her head and said, "I understand, but now we animals will surely perish from Earth, as nothing can grow to nourish us, and the cold and snow and ice will freeze us. I'll return home and to tell the others to prepare for their fate." "Do not despair, my beautiful friend. If I can think cold into being, then I will now think Tinda, fire, into being, something to warm all my creatures during the times of snow and ice. Kijiamu Kaong took a long stick and stuck it into the blazing heat of sun. When Creator removed the stick, it was flaming with hot fire on one end. Giving the flaming stick to Rainbow Crow, Creator said, "Go quickly, return home and take fire back to the animals. With fire they can melt the snow and keep themselves warm." Rainbow Crow took off immediately on the 3-day trip home. She flew as fast as she could, fearing the fire might go out before she arrived. Leaving the realm of the great mystery beyond, she passed a little too close to Sun, causing her tail to catch on fire. But heedless of danger to herself, she flew on. By the time she reached Moon, the smoke had turned all her beautiful rainbow-colored feathers black. Still descending, Rainbow Crow dove into the sky realm. As she passed through the clouds, smoke got into her throat and choked her. She felt something changing as she wheezed and rasped on her final descent. When Rainbow Crow finally arrived back on Earth, gone were her beautiful rainbow-colored feathers. Now she was all a dull black. When she opened her beak to call the others with the good news, only a rasping, cawing sound came out. Gone was her beautiful singing voice. The animals came and saw fire as it began to melt the snow. They all rejoiced, giving great thanks, for Tinda, fire, was now with them to warm the world. All the animals all across the land began to celebrate. Everyone except for Rainbow Crow, who was very, very sad. Where she had once had beautiful feathers, they were all now a dull black. And her beautiful singing voice was gone, replaced by an ugly, rasping voice. Suddenly a breeze stirred around her. She looked up to see Kijiamu Kaong, the Creator who creates by thinking what will be, looking at her lovingly. Creator said, "Do not be sad, my friend. For your sacrifice in helping save the animals, I have given you a great gift. When the people come with their hunting gear, you will not be hunted and killed, for the smoke has made your flesh taste of smoke, an unpleasant taste for the people. And because of your black feathers and rasping voice, the people will not capture you to keep you caged for their enjoyment. You will always be free." Finally, Creator reached out gently and pointed at Crow. Crow watched in amazement as all her dull black feathers began to reflect an iridescent rainbow of glimmering colors deep within the blackness of each feather. Now, all those with eyes to see truth will understand your service and sacrifice. You will be loved and honored, for you have saved them all. And so it was, and so it shall be. Thank you, and I hope this story touches your heart, reminding you of the importance of taking care of one another.